Hi, my name's Harriet and I am from England in the UK. And I wanted to record this testimonial video just to explain how my life has changed by working with this online business. So I've actually been in the business very nearly 5 years now. And before I started, I was working in the UK police force for 5 years. I was working up to 60 hours a week, all kinds of shifts from all through the night to crazy early mornings. I worked Christmases, I worked New Year's, I worked on my birthday. It was a very intense period of my life. I enjoyed what I did, but I didn't enjoy the fact that I had no time freedom. I had no control of what I wanted to do. I couldn't pick when I went to work. I couldn't pick how many hours that I was doing because I needed to bring in a certain amount of money so that I could pay my bills. And then I went off traveling for a few weeks and I realized how much I loved traveling and how much I wanted to go off and see the world. So when I came back to the UK and I came back to my policing job, I started to think about, okay, how can I start making money in a way that means I can go off and travel? My goal was to make £1,500 a month so that I could backpack Asia. The goal was to maybe backpack Asia for 1 year and go back to the police because I didn't think that it would be possible to be able to continue making £1,500 a month indefinitely. I thought it would just be like a right here and now thing. I'll get to go and explore for a year and come back to England. So I was Googling, I was finding stuff online, and I found this thing called social media management. And I bought a course, maybe about £1,000 to buy this course to learn how to be a social media manager. Oh my goodness, it was so much work, so many hours you would have had to do 30 to 40 hours a week in order to manage other people's social media pages. And that wasn't why I wanted to make this money online. I wanted to make it in a way that would be passive, more automated, less hours in, being able to do it remotely from wherever I was in the world, regardless of time zones. So I decided not to move forward with that. But I was really grateful that I'd found it because it then led me to this business, which is incredible. Affiliate marketing, being able to run adverts behind the scenes 24/7 to sell products so that I can make a commission. Well, I started making my £1,500 a month quite early on. And within 12 months of doing this business, I quit my job, expecting to go back after a year. I moved to Bali. I was traveling around Bali. I was traveling around the Philippines, Vietnam. I went to America. I did some Europe trips. It was absolutely incredible. But what I noticed was that my £1,500 a month was doubling and doubling and doubling. And I was just making more and more and more each month because my adverts were still running and passive income was starting to come through and I was getting better at it and more money was coming through. And it got to the point where I was making 5 grand a month every single month. And that was more than double what I was making in the police. And I was working 20 hours a week max. So I decided not to go back to the police. I decided to stay out traveling. I actually ended up traveling for 3 years, calling Bali my home for most of that and using that as my place to travel from. I made so many friends from all around the world because I got to experience so many different things, so many different cultures, different foods. Oh, it was just amazing. The most incredible time of my life. And it didn't end. Like it just didn't stop. It kept growing and growing. I'm now at a position in my business where I am making my old police yearly salary in 1 month, consistently, month on month on month, which is utterly incredible and not something little me from 5 years ago wanting to make £1,500 a month thought was possible. So if you are listening to this testimonial and thinking about whether you want to get involved in this business, please, please, please do. This has changed my life like I cannot even explain. I have secured my dream home in the UK. I have purchased a Range Rover. I gifted my family a holiday to Bali. All of us went there for Christmas. It's completely changed my life and my family's life and will continue to do so because it is only growing. Every single month it grows. And I am so, so grateful that right at the very beginning, I didn't let fear stop me. I just went for it because I just knew that I could trust myself to make this work. So I hope that's inspiring. I hope that you can see just an average, normal girl from the UK can make this happen, just like wherever you're from around the world, you can make this happen too.